This is Empower Field at Mile High. Today, a good matchup here in the AFC. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Play action now. It's Nix. The throw on the run is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. They send Sutton in motion. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. They'll go with the sneak, and he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain. On first down, they pick up 7 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. On the ground, this is Harvey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
That's taken in by Franklin. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
First and 10.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He'll tuck it and take off. And nice work there. He'll go into a slide and gain about 7.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. So that'll do it for a fast-moving first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter. 2nd down, they need 3. As we are ready to get back underway. He's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Nice job bouncing back there on second down. First down, they gave up way too many yards and put them in second and short. But now they can gain some of that back with that sack and brings up third and medium, and the likelihood of getting off the field just went up.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a first down as well.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. That is brought in at the 10. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Jaguars nothing.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this first half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowler from a year ago, Logan Cook to punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims out for the return. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Broncos offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll go play action with Nix. That's caught once again by Ingram. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. This one's just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Troy Franklin, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Jaguars offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from ETN. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll go back to ETN on 1st down. Room to run inside the 40. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
23 yards.
Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their 2nd as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And he overshoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Pinballing around, and it ends up in the hands of the receiver. Wow. And he's in. What a drive. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. The Broncos offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Throwing. Nix. That's caught left side by Ingram.
Complete to number 1, Evan Ingram. It's a gain of 5.
So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. This will be returned from the 6. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Jaguars offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all tied. Third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. That's complete to ETN.
Man, he fit that one in a tight window. One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd down, they need 5. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
And some good running on that return as he takes it up close to midfield. The Broncos offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. Ooh, well, now you see it, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher, and this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
The Broncos bringing out their punter. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They go play action for Lawrence. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming now.
At the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. Throwing is Lawrence. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
So they're not going to come down with the reception, but, Mike, this is actually a really good ball. So with the coverage being as tight as it was, the only place that quarterback can put the ball is high and to the outside, saying, hey, if my guy can't come down with it and keep his feet in bounds, nobody is. The last thing you want to do is miss that ball on the inside, because those are the ones that end up going the other direction.
First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. They try to sneak a deep ball in there to wrap up the quarter. But time has expired, and the third has come to an end. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Fourth quarter now, and it'll begin with a run by Etienne. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense ready to get back to work. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. On the bootleg, it's Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
It's a pickup of 12. First down, Broncos.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. And you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
First and 10 at the
That's a
30-yard
heck of a
line.
run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop them right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
They'll drop to throw. That's complete on the tight end screen. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Important moment here. 3rd down and 4. Here's Nix to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one in. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Broncos.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Jaguars 7.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now here's Lawrence. Throw left side, taken in by Thomas.
Pass complete to Brian Thomas Jr. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're 2nd. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th.
For the Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now the Jags will use their third and final timeout. The clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the game.
A gain of 14. First down, Jacksonville.
This is 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So mile-high salutes all around. It's a win for the Broncos. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.